welcome to Gemstone Tarot, where temporarily we are back up. It won't last, but I put the washing machine on. I know, what can I say? These are the exigencies of being a social media influencer. It's like, I was going to go and make the video in the kitchen, and then I went, is that north? I don't know. I went up there. I went to the boys' room, because the boys gone back to uni. I know, so I do like what my friend used to call clearing out the goat farm. And I stripped all the bed and opened the windows. It's like, woohoo! Open the windows, you know, I get the whole thing kind of ready for the next time he comes home, really. It's like doing a changeover. And I thought, you know, took out all the bed stuff, still full of dust, all the bed stuff, all pillowcases, all mattress covers, everything. And I thought, I'm putting this bad boy on a long wash. You know, the wash that you never use, like, because I always use 2 washes, either 40 for an hour or 60 for an hour. That's it. Those are the only washes. And then there's this secret wash that you look at. It was 4.5 hours with a pre-wash, and I just thought, it needs it. We're going to do that. So it's still chugging away downstairs, and that means I can't make a video. I know, the smallest thing. So here we are. The guys are being very here and there today that are doing the the road. So I just thought, right, stuff it then. I'll come up, and there is the most enormous, really exciting actually, hang on, it's a bit sunny, the most exciting cable thing. It's like huge, like if you imagined a bobbin, but a giant's bobbin. There's one of those outside, and then there keeps being men like riding up and down in sort of little mini diggers and stuff. It's all quite exciting. The cats are thrilled. Cats are like, oh, look out the window, stuff going on. Yeah, and I'm quite excited too. Anyhow, cake of the month. So if you fancy making this, send me a picture. Preferably send me a slice, but that's probably more difficult. And I'll put it on the community tab. All of the monthly readings are out except for Leo. Leo, yours is on its way. It's been technologically difficult. So, yes, it's on its way. Okay, so do check those out. And somebody tell me about this freaking boost button, because I don't know what it is. I can't find any info on it, and I'm not seeing it on anyone else's videos, and I'm not seeing it on my own. Cake of the month. Greek honey cake with apricot and thyme. This sounds lush. I've got some lovely real honey that I buy. You know, you're supposed to buy honey in your postcode, and I do, and it's really expensive, but I swear to God it works quite well for allergies. So I could use that. This cake is filled with the flavours of late summer and makes a wonderful lamas cake, making use of it. Oh God, we're gonna, what's wrong with me with reading these days? It makes a wonderful lamas cake, making use as it does of the new crops of wheat, honey, thyme and summer fruits, and so celebrating the beginning of harvest season. But I reckon I'm gluten-free, and I just substitute the flour for gluten-free flour. So, not that I make many cakes. Greek honey cake, or melopita. Melopita is a low flattish cake. I love a low flattish cake, but I hope, yeah, it is full of olive oil. Although that's a lot better for you than butter. Still warm after baking, it is soaked in honey syrup. Now they're selling it to me. Then eaten warm or left to cool, and the result is a beautifully moist cake. Make it for garden harvest celebrations. So I'll show you the recipe here. Oh my God, it's a whole jar of runny honey. The runny honey I buy is £10 for a jar. 10 whole quid. I don't mind, because I can make it last a month. And also I appreciate what goes into it, you know, it's like a man and his son up the road in the country. I love that stuff. But holy moly, okay. I'll probably have to buy a still responsible but cheaper honey from the supermarket for this one. Rouse is quite good. Okay. Ooh. Yeah. Here's the recipe. Oh God, let's try and get this right. There it is. Take a picture and it has the method. And then send me a picture if you make it. Love that. So I was on a Zoom last night with some writer people, and one of them, this is so very British as well, we're having the chit chat before the Zoom, which is a very British thing too, about the weather obviously, and she was talking about, oh, it sounded amazing. I'm like, I've got my yarden, you know, with my kind of, to be honest, my yarden at the back always smells of cat wee and has bits of like peronicas that's fallen off the lines in the corner, you know, and some fairy liquid and an old litter tray. I mean, it's not the best all the time. And this lovely lady's saying, I've got an abundance of plums, an abundance of damsons and sloes. I'm making sloe gin. I'm going to, I've just made a spiced plum jam, and I've just made plum cake, and I'm going to have to pop off in a minute and just pull it out of the oven. I was like, oh my God, that sounds so good. Just wanted to live at her house. Let's just have a few cards. Few cards. Few. Ooh. Few cards. Going to attempt to get an eclipse video out in the next day or so. So any ideas for that, let me know, but it will keep an eye out because it will be there. Yeah, I am. All right, I'll take that reversal. Ooh. Well, I like this. And we don't always get to say that, do we, people? We have the Three of Pentacles. And the Three of Pentacles is stitching things together, being collaborative. Oh, better get on with it before the diggers get out. Being collaborative. Three minds are better than one. You know, we're working on this together. It can be a project. It can be a relationship. It's definite give and take, which I really, really like. For some of you, you will be reviewing your give and take, your reciprocity, your balance, your energy balance with various people. And I do feel that the eclipse season that we are in, really, it eclipses things in, it eclipses things out. It makes you reevaluate your values and your attachments. And I suppose underneath it all, your deals, your social deals with people and how that is. We've got a Three of Pentacles as the overall energy, but it doubles to the Six, which is always a really good sign. I like that. So it doubles to the Six, and that gives us generosity. Receiving, also giving, an exchange, an energy exchange. It's all good. Then we have the Eight of Cups, which I also like actually, and I don't normally. It can be a bit of a difficult card. But it's an eclipse card. It's Saturn in Pisces. I think Saturn has moved into Pisces on the 1st of September. While as a Pisces, I'm not a fan of that. I do think it really sorts the wheat from the chaff. So think of this as, who do I collaborate with? It doesn't have to be 50-50. Just needs to be some form of exchange. And double down on the stuff that's working, and then reevaluate the stuff that's not, with a view to telling it to jog on down the road, or maybe being a bit more kind of subtle about it than that. But in eclipse season, subtlety is not usually the main focus. Winner, winner, chicken for dinner, or vegan alternative. This is how we, and I want to use heavy inverted commas, but win. I'm going to say move forward. This is how we are successful. This feels like it might work for us, okay? And the Nine of Wands in the reverse. Letting go of defensiveness, but keeping hold of decent boundaries. It's a really subtle line to toe, isn't it? Not being over the top and not letting our fear of abandonment or our fear of being taken for a ride or any kind of trust issues that we have, not letting that win. And then last but certainly not least, people, Two of Cups. I love this because it's a fair exchange is no robbery. We're exchanging cups, we're looking each other in the eye. Always notice with this one it's got that stormy cloud stuff in the background. So this is not glitter and unicorns and it's not completely easy, but it's a collaboration, it's an energy exchange, and anything that isn't, we'll have to walk on by. There you go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. What was I going to say? I can't remember. I'm going to go and have a lie down. I suggest you probably do the same. These days are quite taxing, or certainly they are for me, just in terms of tech and piecing things together. It's not something I normally... It's something I normally make sure I don't do too much of, because I know that it does for me. So I think lately there's just been so much of that, and it's... yeah. It's a lot. Anyhow, I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.